Welcome students to my presentation on somatic embryogenesis. The title of the unit is Cellular Totipotency and Differentiation. Module name is Somatic Embryogenesis. Module number is 20. I am Ms. Sabina Salasi Dias, Associate Professor, St. Xavier's College, MAPSA. Now in this module, you will learn about principles of somatic embryogenesis, the protocol, factors affecting somatic embryogenesis, and importance of somatic embryogenesis. By the end of this session, you will know the principles of somatic embryogenesis, you will know the protocol and the factors and importance of somatic embryogenesis. In plants, during fertilization, the male gamete fuses with the female gamete, resulting in the unicellular zygote or oospore. This gives rise to a multicellular embryo, cells of which are diploid. These are zygotic embryos, and the process of embryo development is called as embryogenesis. Embryos formed by unfertilized eggs are known as parthenogenetic embryos. Non-zygotic embryos are also formed from the cells of embryo sac or sporophytic tissue around the embryo sac. Somatic embryos are similar to zygotic embryos, except they originate from somatic cells and are larger in size. Hebertland believed that single cultured somatic cell would develop in the same way as fertilized egg, that is, developmental pathway of embryogenesis. J. Reinert in 1959 found organized small bipolar structures bearing cotyledons and resembling zygotic embryos developing from callus cultures of carrot. This phenomenon is known as in vitro somatic embryogenesis. What is somatic embryogenesis? In plant tissue culture, the developmental pathway of numerous well-organized small embryoids resembling the zygotic embryos from the embryogenic potential of somatic plant cell of callus tissue or cells of suspension culture is known as somatic embryogenesis. This embryoid is a small, well-organized structure comparable to the sexual embryo. It has the capability of somatic plant cell of culture to produce embryoids. This is known as embryogenic potential. Somatic embryogenesis can be stimulated in two ways. It can be direct or it can be indirect. In the direct pathway, the cells of explant undergo direct embryogenesis from proembryonic cells. No callus is formed. In the indirect method, cells of explant form callus, and then the embryoids originate from the induced embryogenic cells of the callus. In most cases, it is indirect and induced under in vitro conditions. Two different media are required, one for initiation of embryonic cells and another for development of embryoids. The first or induction medium must contain auxin in case of carrot tissue, and somatic embryogenesis can be initiated in the second medium by removing the hormone or lowering its concentration. In some plants, both embryo initiation and subsequent maturation occurs on the first medium, and the second medium is required for plantlet development. Embryoids are initiated in the callus tissue from the superficial clumps of cells associated with enlarged vacuolated cells. Embryogenic cells have dense cytoplasmic contents, large starch grains, large nucleus with darkly stained nucleolus. Each developing embryoid of carrot passes through three sequential stages of embryo formation. They are globular stage, heart-shaped stage, and torpedo stage. Torpedo stage is a bipolar structure which ultimately gives rise to complete plantlet. Protocol for somatic embryogenesis. The tap root of carrot is taken. It is washed with detergents such as Tipol or 2018 and treated with antiseptics such as Savlon. It is then surface sterilized with ethanol and sodium hypochlorite, washed several times with sterile distilled water. It is then cut into slices 1 millimeter thick and taken. The cambium portion is taken, and this is the cambium explant. These explants are then inoculated in semi-solid medium, that is MS medium, with 0.1 milligram 2,4-D and 2% sucrose. These cultures are incubated in the dark for callus formation. Once the callus is formed, it is then transferred to liquid medium, that is MS medium with 0.1 milligram per liter 2,4-D. This is for multiplication of the cells. The cell suspensions are then made. It is subcultured into fresh medium. It is then transferred to liquid or semi-solid medium, that is MS plus 0.1 to 1 micrometer ABA. This is for development of the embryo. The cultures are then incubated in the dark. When somatic embryos are obtained, then they are incubated again on solid MS basal medium for plantlet development. Once the plantlets are developed, they are then transferred to the sterile soil. So these plants are taken from the culture vessels, the agar residue is removed, they are washed, and then it is put in sterile soil in a pot. The pot is also covered with polythene bag. Acclimatization is normally done in a greenhouse. Now this is a diagrammatic representation of stages of somatic embryogenesis. You can see this is A is a single cell stage, B is a globular stage, C is a heart-shaped stage, D is a torpedo-shaped stage, E is the cotyledonary stage, and then you get an entire plantlet. Factors affecting somatogenesis, we have the chemical factors. Auxin. Auxin is required only for callus formation. Callus tissue with low level of auxin or no auxin at all, embryoids are formed. So auxin is required only in the first step. With cytokinins, there are conflicting results which are obtained. Zeatin stimulates somatic embryogenesis, but the other cytokinins may not show the same results, like benzylaminopurin. Gibberellin has no positive effect. It inhibits somatic embryogenesis. Reduced nitrogen. Substantial amount of reduced nitrogen is required for embryogenesis. The other factors, addition of charcoal induces embryogenesis. It may also absorb inhibitory substances as well as hormone. The optimal level of dissolved oxygen and high potassium is also required in the medium. Importance of somatic embryogenesis. There is mass production of adventitious embryos by this method. The embryo directly develops into a complete plantlet. So there is no need for a separate shooting phase or rooting phase as it is done with shoot culture. These somatic embryos may arise from single cells, and therefore it is of special significance in mutagenic studies. These somatic embryos can also be coated or encapsulated to form artificial seeds. The plants derived from asexual embryos may be free of viral and other pathogens. You can also get production, there is also production of disease-free plants. The elide plant genes may be preserved for a long time or long term via somatic embryo storage. To summarize the whole thing, the somatic embryos are embryoids regenerated from callus. It is developed from callus by direct or indirect methods. The somatic embryos follow the same developmental stages as zygotic embryo formation. The stages of embryoid development include globular, heart-shaped and torpedo-shaped stage. Somatic embryo can be encapsulated and used as synthetic seed or artificial seed. These are the books I have referred to. This is the additional reference. Thank you.